Hey, what's up, everybody? Justin Young here with Agents Resource Group. In this content today, I want to focus on leadership. So, if you're clicking on this video, even if you're not a part of Agents Resource Group or Senior Life Insurance Company, maybe you're not in the sales career at all, stick with us for just a minute. Stay with us, okay? Because these key components of leadership that we're going to go over is extremely important, no matter the field of endeavor that you find yourself in. And I'm sure it'll be helpful for you, as it has been for myself and so many of our other leaders. But leadership is extremely important. And a lot of times when people hear leadership, they switch their ears off. Okay, they turn the channel because they say, "Well, I'm just an employee somewhere," or "Well, I'm just a husband," or "I'm just a housewife," or maybe they say, "Well, I'm just a 20-year-old single person that just works on my own every day." Maybe you're a new young person that's in the life insurance industry when it started with us, and you don't have a family, you don't have a lot of responsibility, and you're not interested maybe right now where you're at in life and building a team, building your own agency. Maybe you just want to make a great six-figure income on your own and kind of enjoy yourself. Okay, listen, wherever you're at on your journey, you still have to lead. If it's just you and nobody else, you have to be able to lead yourself. You have to be able to get up out of bed, put 2 feet on the ground on the days you don't even feel like it. You got to be able to lead yourself and be disciplined. So leadership's important, okay? We first lead ourselves into places of success. And by doing that, then we can help lead others. Okay, but you're a leader in one way, shape, form, or fashion. You're a leader if you've got children and a wife, or you're a mother with children and a husband. Okay, you're leading your household. All right. If you're in the insurance industry with us and you are interested in building your own agency and your own team, okay, leadership is extremely important. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Okay. And so what we want to do is just hit a few. I'm going to be very brief today, but I want to hit a few key components. One thing that we always really apply pressure to is understanding the system. And then one of the most key parts of this system is, even if you want to build a team, you want to build a large agency, you want to do these big things. And that's the great thing about this business. You can build it as big as you want to build it. But personal production comes first. It always comes first. Our system is at the very least Monday through Wednesday. So maybe if you're more of a seasoned producer, you can get your numbers, your production where it needs to be in 3 days. If you're newer, it's probably going to take Thursday too, might even take some Friday. So you're focusing on personal production. But even as you begin to advance in your sales career with us and you become more surgical at what you're doing, there's a system and you're wanting to grow a team. It's still imperative that first things become first. First things are first, and that's your personal production. There's a reason if the plane starts having trouble or starts going down, God forbid, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on your own face before you begin to try to place an oxygen mask on somebody else's face, okay? You can't help nobody else if you're struggling to breathe, if you're following with me. You can't help anybody else financially and show them the way if you're struggling yourself. So that's why personal production is extremely important. That comes first. You get your numbers for the week, so you're at a place where by the end of the week, you're not biting your nails and sweating bullets wondering how you're going to make the mortgage next week that's coming due because you didn't have enough production in the pipeline this week. Okay, always put your oxygen mask on first. But our system is it's only Monday through Wednesday or Monday through Thursday, whatever it takes for you. You get your personal production. You hit your goal, whatever it takes. And then you take that Thursday and Friday, take one of those days, or Saturday even. We recruit on Saturday. But you take one of those days and you help an agent that's struggling, okay? Whether you're putting them in your car, you're helping them in the call center, or whatever their sales method is, whether it's telesales or in-person sales. And you help an agent, help them get where they need to be, spend some time, pour into them. And then if that was Thursday, for example, then you recruit Friday and Saturday. Or if you work Monday through Thursday to hit your number, you can help an agent on Friday, and then you can spend Saturday or a partial day on Saturday recruiting. Okay, so make sure that you're keeping those first things first. And that what that leads me to is one of the first keys that we're going to talk about here, which is what you model is what will multiply. You'll multiply, or say it this way, you will multiply what you model. Okay. If you're an agent that's wanting to build an agency and you have very low numbers every week, that's what you're going to multiply. Okay? It starts with the head. All right? You're the head. You're the head of your agency. You're leading your agency. You are creating the example for what you want them to do. All right? You want to be able to show them your 1099 and their jaw hit the floor and them say, my God, I want to be you. I want to make that kind of money. I want to be able to live the way you live. I want to have the options that you have and drive like you drive and live like whatever it may be. That standard, you're setting the standard, okay? And yeah, that's great you want to recruit, but what are you recruiting them to? If you don't have a high level of personal income, if you're not personally a high achiever, then what's going to attract them? What's going to draw them? You have to be a person of character, integrity, and leadership, but not only that, a person of example, a person that says, here, follow me as I follow the system. Okay? You have to be able to point at yourself as a leader and show that agent that the system works. This is not just BS that we throw at you. Buy leads, minimum 20 leads, follow the system, work from 9 a.m. to dark 30. You can't say all that if you're not doing it, okay? Or at the very least not have done it, okay? You can grow to a point in this industry that once your overrides as a leader becomes to a certain level, you can go to recruiting full time. But until you get to that point, your personal production is pertinent. It is key, all right? And you have to keep that the focus. You have to keep that main thing the main thing because you're not going to be in a correct headspace if you're struggling financially to try to recruit and be positive on the business for anyone else. But you know, when truth of the matter is, when money's good and you're not having money issues in life, you can deal with a lot of little things, a lot of the small foxes that spoil the vine. You can handle those. You can shrug them off if you need to. You can be strategic handling the things that need to be handled that are little. They're not big deals. How many of you know if you're struggling financially, and hopefully you live long enough, I'm sure you have, but you got some experience. But when you're struggling financially, all them little things become big issues. I mean, you'll be kicking the dog and throwing the cat and fighting with your wife over little things that normally wouldn't be an issue, but you're under all this financial stress and pressure. Nobody wants that, okay? Personal production first, get it done. So as a leader, remember that you will multiply what you model. You're the model, and you're cloning yourself. You're recreating yourself in those new recruits that you're bringing on, okay? So important. I need to put that on a t-shirt. You will multiply what you model. Don't forget it. All right. The next thing I want to go over with you is you will promote whatever you permit. You will promote whatever you permit. In other words, if you permit it, if you put up with it in your agency, in your business, if you're watching this and not in our industry, you can still apply it. I hope you're following with me, okay? But whatever you permit is what you're promoting. All right. So if you're permitting yourself to have low production numbers, you're promoting low production numbers to your downline agents. And I'm sure you don't want them to be small producers. Okay, that's not advantageous to Senior Life, the Agents Resource Group, to your agency, to your family. We want massive passive income. We want those overrides to be substantial. Okay, so this ties right into you're going to multiply what you model. Whatever you're promoting whatever you're permitting. Okay, so if you're allowing yourself, if your self integrity is not where it needs to be, and you're not living up to the standards that you've set for yourself in personal production leadership, guess what? The people under you aren't going to either. The saying I learned from my dad years ago: you can't preach the mumps and expect people to catch the measles. Okay, whatever's on you is what's going to be on them. And normally not just be on them, but it'll multiply on them, okay? Another saying or proverb is whatever the fathers permit, the sons will do in excess, okay? So whatever you're permitting as a leader, the truth of the matter is your downline agents, your agency is probably going to be more excessive in that lack than you were or are. Okay, key foundational this is so strategic. But if you're permitting it, you're promoting it subconsciously to your own people. You should always be able to point to what you've done that week and be proud of it and know that it has set the bar for those that you're leading, okay, in whatever capacity. Another key component to leadership is that if you use people to acquire things, to get certain places, you will end up with no relationships. You'll end up with no real meaningful friendships in your life. And along this journey, you want friendships. My very best friends at this point in life are leaders in the business with us. That's just the way it goes. If you're really focused on business, you want to work with people that's like minded, that you get along with. I've been blessed to be able to nurture relationships with people that are like minded with me. I'll be having dinner with some of them here tonight at one of our favorite restaurants that we all go to almost every Friday night. Whether we're together or not, we normally always end up seeing each other there. But we're got a unified relationship where we have mutual respect. We work together. We want the same things. Okay, that's something that you have to have. And if I'm just using people, to make money off of, which I've been accused of, and you will be too at some point if you have any level of success. And it's amazing. All your enemies in life, you'll realize this, but every enemy that you have in life will normally always be someone that you helped along the way. Go ahead and take that one to the bank and cash it twice. Whether it's jealousy, envy. I've had so many agents over the years that work with us and they want to be where you're at. They don't understand there's a process in the system. They think they can, you know, skip 3 or 4 or 5 floors on the way up and just get there. And it may work for a little while, but you always end up getting right back on the train where you exited incorrectly. Okay. So anyhow, that's another bit of content that we'll maybe do something on another time, talking about leadership. But it's important. You don't want to use people. Okay. Love people and use things, as I think the saying goes. Love people and use things. Don't use people and love things so much that you're having to go use people to try to get those things. Okay, and I mean it's just you need to have great relationships around you. Audit your relationships. I always talk about this. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with good quality people, the best that you can, and you get better about culling out the ones that are fake, the wolves in sheep clothing, as you have more experience and get older and grow as a leader. But make sure that you love people and that you're not just using them. Okay, as some type of step to get to the next place. We've all been used before. God knows I have. I can write you a book. People come in, go to work for us for 3 months, and the whole time they're trying to steal your system so they can go out and duplicate it. I mean, it's part of life. You're not going to ever get rid of that. That's the human element. But you know, if you value money over relationships, eventually you will have neither. Just remember that. On your journey with us, if you're a new agent watching this, okay, uh, if you value money, if you get point hungry, and you think, because there's all this talk in the insurance industry all the time with social media being what it is, and everybody's mother's biscuits is the softest, I like to say, to hear them tell it, okay? And there's a lot of BS that goes around that people do not follow through on. And then you make a big life changing, career changing move and get over there and realize the grass maybe not be as green over there as you thought it was. And oftentimes, the only reason the grass is greener on the other side of the fence is because there's a septic tank under it. If you follow with me, they're full of shit. Okay. So value people, value relationships, pour into those relationships, and teamwork together makes your dream work, not just the dream work. It'll make your dream work. Relationships are important. They're the currency for success. As hard as it may be, you have to continue to trust people and pick a company, pick a group of people that you feel like you can trust the best, and then just put your blinders on and go to work. Cancel out all the noise. There's always going to be somebody throwing something new and their deal's better. And listen, I can write you a book on all that, but make sure that you're teaming up with people. And if it's not us, it may be somebody else. Okay, but make sure you're teaming up with people that are like-minded, that you can experience success with, and not just experience, but be able to celebrate that success with. Here, we want to celebrate you, not tolerate you, and we hope that's the same with you for us. So, Again, if you value money over relationships, eventually you'll never have either. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about is be kind. Okay. Kindness is key. Can be kind consistently. We talk about consistency so much. As much as you can, be kind. Be a kind leader. Stop. Take the time if you're frustrated with a new agent or you're frustrated. Take the time to think about how you would want to be spoken to. Take the time to think about what's the most respectful way that I can speak the truth in love to this individual that I'm about to talk to. Nobody responds well to being cursed at, and I've been guilty of it. Okay, I've had people do me wrong in business, and I have laid the axe to the root. Okay, and uh, and that's not good for your personal health. That's not, and I may slip up again at some point. All right, people can be something, and we all know that. But as much as you can, be kind to people. Lead from a position of kindness. Lead with empathy. Try to your best. Now, don't put up with bullcrap because, again, what you permit is what you're going to promote. All right. So you don't put up with nonsense either. But if you're going to a producer that's not been producing consistently, you don't come in. Listen, they're already struggling. They want to make money. They should want to make money, and it's not always because the person don't go to work. Sometimes they just need a little more guidance. Sometimes they need a little more encouragement. Maybe they wasn't raised the way you were in a disciplined home where you just have a better work ethic, but they want that. But maybe they need some more guidance and some more mentorship and some more help. Just be kind. Try to approach people with empathy. Try to put yourself in their shoes. And until the point where you realize maybe that's not the case and they're just using you or they're trying to ride the system and they're not putting in the work, sure, there comes a point where we have to get serious and say, okay, you know, you got 2, 3 weeks, whatever it is you choose as a leader to give them, that you need to get your production consistently to this level, or that this is just not going to be for you because you're hurting yourself. You're not producing. You don't have any money coming in. This is in turn going to hurt your family. It's not helping us. We're continuing to have to take time to pour into you, and we're not getting any results. And so, we need to set a deadline here. You got to get it together. So you may get to that point as a leader with agents that you recruited that you bring under you, okay? But the main thing is always be kind. Do your best to be kind. Treat people with the same respect that you would want to be treated. All right. A leader leads from the front. He leads his people. He's out along the front line. He's not at the back of the group of people. I'm sure you've seen some of these graphics before, slinging a whip, saying, "You shall do what I say," and sending everybody to go. You're leading from a position of servanthood. Okay. You know what a leader is? A leader is the greatest servant of them all. And the bigger the leader you become, the more of a servant you have to learn to be. It's not this "I'm the big boss" syndrome. Okay. And so just keep that in mind. I hope this has helped you today. Uh, it went a little longer than I thought, as usual. Okay. I'm the long winded preacher sometimes, but I hope this has helped you. It's been real good. This information has helped me today. I've been meditating on it all day. We all want to be great leaders. The more our leadership expands, the more our sphere of influence expands, the more people we're able to touch, the more lives we're able to reach. Success is great. Success is when you're 4 and no more. You and your family get to eat well and live well, and you got plenty in your cup. However, significance is the greatest. It's much greater than success because significance is when you're leading at such a level that your cup is overflowing and running on to other saucers and other plates and touching other people. And that significance is when not only is your 4 and no more doing great in life, but you're bringing people with you. You're taking people on that journey with you. You're exposing them to excellence, to success, and their lives are changed all the better for it. And then it becomes viral. They begin to do the same thing. And next thing you know, people, we're changing the world. I still believe we can. I hope you have a great day. I hope you've made it a great week and you're continuing to make it a great week. Again, I hope this finds you doing well. Whatever you do in life, make it excellent. Be great. We'll see you again.